So I was actually 5 weeks out of rehab before I got WWE.
Would you go back?
I mean, always. I always keep the door open. WWE was just always a setup for my life because I came out publicly with my sobriety journey on season 1 of Total Divas. Even my first night coming back, I'm thinking things are going one way. And then when I get there, completely changed. And I was like, wait, what? Then I'm waiting to talk to Vince. To get FaceTime with him at that time is like damn near impossible. Right. It's like going into Fort Knox for Pete's sake. I was in Narnia or something.
Narnia?
Galactic.
Is that a real place?
We're filming. You liked watching me eat blue balls.
I loved blue balls in your mouth. This has got wild, inappropriate, and it was not supposed to be. What's up, guys? Welcome to an all-new episode of Unwrapped. My name is Daria.
And my name's Toni. It's my cue.
Hi.
It's my cue. I'm Toni, and I'm a little sick elephant in the room.
She's under the weather, but she's here. We are queer. We're having fun today. I am fucking excited because probably one of my favorite guests, and I don't think I've said that before, but not only a superstar, not only a badass, opening up her own recovery centers around the world. My former coworker, my good friend, she's a gangster, and she is, well, so I'll say this. Some of you may know her as Eva Marie, but Natalie, welcome to Unwrapped.
I mean, I can leave now. That was a great introduction. I feel bomb, so thank you.
Well, seriously, like, I've said this to Toni, I say this to everyone, like, you are probably one of the realest people that I've come across in the wrestling business. And not to say that I haven't made a lot of friends, like a lot of good people, but like you're very down to earth and you're very real.
Thank you.
One may not think that because of your character in the ring. And so I wanted to just put that out there. You're legit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thanks for coming down. You're in Cali now, right?
I am.
You're back?
I'm back.
You're back.
Which is crazy because I wasn't. So I just have to say,
tell the people.
I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
Yeah.
One, I absolutely love you, and I couldn't believe that I hadn't met your beautiful wife.
I know.
Because, I don't know, I just felt like that should have happened.
Feels like it should have happened.
Yeah, for sure.
It should have happened by now,
but
for sure.
I'm very happy to be here.
Nevertheless, we're here.
Yes, we are.
So I want to break it down for people that don't know. You had 2 runs at WWE,
I did.
Okay, and when were they?
So, I got the first after the Diva Search and then Total Divas 2013. Then I stepped away in 2017, and then I came back in 21.
In 21, and you were there for like a year?
Basically a year, like to 22.
That's when you did the stuff with Piper?
Yes.
With
yes.
Dewdrop?
Yep, that's when I came back with the pink hair.
Yes, okay. So iconically known as all red everything,
that's right.
And then you came back all pink everything.
Yes.
The Diva Search, did someone tell you to go? Did you see it online? Like, is it something you wanted to do?
That's the thing is like now obviously like I feel like that's how life unfolds is like you understand your journey once you're kind of over the journey, you know, and that was obviously what 2013
Hindsight.
That's 12 years ago. I never wanted to be a wrestler.
Right.
So like I wanted to be a professional soccer player. That was my real dream. And so the Diva Search was just on a whim. Like I was living in LA, going on, you know, doing the LA typical kind of life. Bottle
Auditions,
service.
getting yourself wherever.
Bottle service at night. And then auditions during the day. And so I remember I was like with this little like casting agency, and they just gave me this kind of open audition, and I had no idea what it was. And by that time, I mean, I was 28. So at that time I'd been on a ton of little auditions being
You were
like
28 when you got signed? The Diva Search?
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I was already an old bitch.
No, you look so good, and like you just present youth. So I just
thank you.
I agree.
Yeah. But
Thank
anyway.
you. So I remember getting like kind of the email, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And I rolled to the LA headquarters, and I walked in. I was like, wait, what? I saw like Hulk Hogan on the walls, and I started, wait, whoa, this is crazy. This is like WWF back in the day that I used to watch with like my brothers, you know?
You're like, I'm here right now.
This is nuts. And so then when I really got into it after my first kind of like round, I was like, damn, God, if I can get this would be everything that I wanted to do infused into one, meaning like you have to handle the physicality inside the ring.
Yep.
I was missing the camaraderie of a locker room because I'd had that my whole entire life into college. And then you get to obviously travel the world and perform in front of a live audience as well as be a character and act.
In the act.
Yeah,
you know?
how cool.
So And then also too with WWE, they do, you know, obviously so much community work, and the military is huge to me because of my dad being a veteran. So I was like, damn, this has everything combined into one. If I can get this, so God, please let me knock the ball out of the park. But I had never wrestled a day in my life. So like the in-ring physicality for me was a game changer. I fell in love with it day one because I think it's always good to push your body and do things that you don't know how to do.
Right.
It just makes me feel some type of something, you know? And plus I was missing that competitive, like physical fitness type energy
100%.
from being in a locker room for so long. And I fell in love with it and just wanted to get the developmental contract. The Total Divas was not even in the realm.
Right.
It was just to go at the time Tampa to go and
FCW.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then to hope that you can, you know, learn how to wrestle, build a character, and then make it to Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown.
How long did it take you? How long were you down there?
Never.
Like a second,
like
right?
a half of a second, because
that's what I thought.
That's why it's so crazy. That's why I'm like, thank you God, because at that same time Total Divas was happening. Like they had already kind of, but they were actually going to have two NXT girls. I believe that it was Paige and Summer at the time.
Yes.
Originally. That were going to go ahead and be on Total Divas, but for whatever, I don't know exactly the whole story of who made the last minute call, but somebody did, whether it was Eva Marie, or if it was like Vince and them, or the office, made a decision like, hey, you know what? We have these LA girls that just tried out. 4 of them are coming to developmental. Do a little like green screen with them and
Who
see.
was it? You and
it was me, JoJo.
Yeah.
Erica, who is like married to some like gazillionaire, killing it.
She said bye.
Yeah, she's like looking fucking stunning, traveling around the world, living life. And I believe it was Brittany.
Okay.
I don't know if Lana auditioned for Total Divas or not then. I'm not sure. But she was in my class.
Yeah,
she was in my class. So we all like, you know, did our little 3-hour interview of who you are, what's up. And I remember like as if it was yesterday, I walked out of that and I remember Russell, the producer, saying, just so you know, Russell, good old Russell, shout out to Russell.
Shout out Russell J.
He said, just so you know, we can't really tell you too much about this project, but if you do get it, it's moving really, really fast and your life can change, you know, pretty quickly. And I was like, okay, it was a Friday. I walked out and I was like, I motherfucking murdered that. Can you swear in here?
Yeah. Okay. That's all we do.
Like I felt like I just felt it in my, like in my body that I killed it.
Yeah.
I remember driving back because I'm from the Bay Area. So I drove up north. It was Saturday with my parents. I got a call on Sunday from Russell being like, congratulations, you got the job. I was on a flight to New York for WrestleMania on Monday. And they had said something about my hair color at the time. They wanted me to go platinum blonde. And I was like so out of body experience that I would have dyed my hair whatever color. I don't give a shit. I was like, what? Yes.
Say
and
less.
Then that Tuesday I was on a flight to New York and never looked back.
It's so crazy. And I look at the trajectory of your career because I came in 2015.
Okay.
So you were where 2015?
2015. I might.
Were you up?
I was up. Probably just about to ask to go back down.
Okay. Yes. Because I was down.
Which is so crazy looking back that I was like, the fact that I even did that.
Well, why did you do it? Because you wanted to.
I think for me, for sure. Yeah. I think for me, I have. It's just innate in me. If I want to do something, I want to do it to my best ability. And I really didn't have the opportunity because when you're on the road, you're on the road. And like, who's really getting into the ring with you that often before shows? It's difficult, you know. Like Natty, of course. But like, I can't put so much on somebody. And like the producer are cool too. Like Fit would roll and stuff like that. But it's not the same. Like you don't get the same. And plus people are tired, you know?
It's not the immersive experience that NXT
and
became.
like people aren't like trying to, okay, this is how you do a forward roll and how to take a proper back bump. They're like, bitch, what?
It's so crazy. Like I don't know that any superstar has had your path, and it's crazy. And I wanna give you props where it's due. You started, were immediately rocket ship attached because of you.
Sure.
The aura, the charisma, the look, like you did have it all going on. You were shredded, like your figure was great. They put you right up there because they knew you were money immediately. And for such a small period of time in the grand scheme of things, to be in the company and the impact you made without
like a real story. If you really look at it, I didn't have like a title storyline ever.
You didn't need it, but that's
you know what I mean?
100%. But that is the magic of wrestling. Is like people don't realize it's not about the wrestling.
Right.
It's not always about the wrestling.
Right.
Now we're in a different era now, and of course, like you see they're killing it, and kudos to the Tiffany Strattons and the Biancas. Like, oh my God, I'm in all of them
for sure.
But there's also something to the other side of it where you can make people feel something the way that you did. I mean, I'm going to say it. I was in NXT when you were in NXT. I've never heard someone get booed the way you got booed.
Oh, it was wild. It bothers. Like, what's crazy about that, because I didn't know how to wrestle. Like, what's crazy is, like, I truly didn't know how to. So, like, having the opportunity to be on such a grand stage, knowing like the efforts of everybody else having to put in the time and work to get there, and I didn't know how to, like, ate me alive, because it was so well. And plus, I get it too. I would feel some type of way too if a brand new girl walked into the locker room and I'm like, where'd this chick come from? She hasn't done a thing. She doesn't even know how to take a back bump.
But don't hate the player, hate the game.
For sure, because if opportunity comes, you better knock it out of the park, or else somebody else will.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's the crazy part is, like, you could have, like, physically, you're not incapable. We know you're athletic. Like, we know it was just lack of training.
Totally.
And so, and if anyone knew you, like, and I'm so excited to have you on here because you don't do a lot of podcasts, other people's podcasts.
I know.
Feel like.
I need to start doing it.
Because you're so cool and you're so down to earth and you're so chill, and that's not what the fans thought you were.
Oh, no.
And that's what was the heat of Eva Marie. And so, like, I just remember, do you have a match with Asuka in NXT that was pretty infamous? It was
there's
Pam,
a couple.
Asuka.
Yeah.
I remember you and Asuka, I'm pretty sure. And I was backstage, and the way they you did the cartwheel spot in the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, they hated her. And the hate was like, like you just said, like, hating the player, not the game. Like, she got handed these opportunities, but she was killing it. Like, she was a superstar. And so I think there's just a lot to be said about your career. And sometimes it's not time in, it's impact.
Yeah. Sure. It took me a long time to figure that out, and I have to give, like, a shout out to Norman.
Norman Smiley.
I love him. He's a gangster.
The best ever.
The best. I remember he pulled me aside because I think that he could see how much, like, I wanted to prove to, obviously, like, my peers too, that, like, my intentions were pure of, like, really wanting to be there, and I didn't want to have, like, any disrespect by any means. But also the fact where I was like, dude, why does everyone hate me? You know, not really understanding the nature of the business quite yet. And he was like, look, the biggest thing in this business is if you walk out there and nobody says that, like, you don't hear a thing and you hear a pin drop, be in trouble. Like, that's when you're in trouble.
Something's
you know,
wrong.
you need the fans to experience something good or bad. And so kind of that, and then Breeze was really great, and so was Pam. Really kind of putting that into my brain to, like, let this shit go. Like, who cares? Because I was so consumed with, but I'm trying. You know, when it's like,
well, we all do it. We're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
And I think it's the nature of the beast a little bit.
For sure.
Everything's under a magnifying glass.
For sure.
And you're out there and you're it's vulnerable. You know, you're putting yourself out there in some way. And but I just wanted to, for the record, be like, it's not you.
No.
Talk about a distinction between character and real life.
For sure.
Which also is like a nod to your acting ability.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You've done a couple movies.
I do. I have. That's when I first left in 2017, and I did my first film with Nicolas Cage and Faye Dunaway. And
no big deal.
I know, it was like wild, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
Like, that's why, like, looking like where I am now and looking back, I was like, wow, WWE truly was, like, I'm grateful for the opportunity. And, you know, it's a nasty ass business. Yeah. You know, it's cutthroat. So, like, anybody that is a superstar, like, I have to give my, like, hat off to them, because it's a tough business. If you're not the top 1%, it's dog eat dog. And, like, especially at the time, even in 2015 and stuff, especially for the girls, I mean, we obviously went from divas to now everybody's superstars. And the era of where it is now to where it wasn't even remotely, you can't even compare the two, because we had literally 1 minute matches. and like there was only one storyline for the girls. Now they have main eventing and doing cage matches and just like killing it from a physicality standpoint to even just a time standpoint.
100%.
Like we had so little time that you couldn't really even tell a story.
It was like a gimmick. They were like gimmick
Yeah,
matches.
for sure.
Like a lot of them was just like,
Yeah.
And a lot of them would always, I remember.
Get cut.
They always get cut. But they would change it from being a match to just like
Yep.
a brawl because we would have, maybe the original match came down to like 4 minutes.
Yep.
1 minute for the entrance, give time on the end to get back
Yeah.
from the curtain. So the actual match time is 90 seconds. Oh, and this person went over by 5 minutes. So actually you have 30 seconds. You know what? Just go out there, jump her, beat her
Yep.
up, and, get pulled apart and just go backstage.
And no entrance.
And and cut the entrance was a big thing.
Which is crazy.
That was the thing that I almost would always rather have an entrance and it, take a little time
For
off.
sure.
Because if no entrance,
At
then
least it's making a connection.
Exactly.
Then you're just
Exactly.
What are you doing?
100%.
Right. And it also helps establish, especially like looking back at one, because my entrances have changed so many times.
The
but
air
there was
guitar?
the one where
your
it was like the announcer like speaking welcome, like the most. It was just so obnoxious that like I needed that entrance to set the tone of like hating me so much, you know. So it's like if
100%.
that got cut, it kind of takes away the character.
Yeah.
And like people tune in like a soap opera. You want to
Yeah.
watch the saga. You want to watch to see what happens. And that's why going back in 2021, I had the best time, even though it definitely didn't play out like it was supposed to, in the grand scheme of kind
Right.
of like how the story was supposed to go. I really leaned in to being that character
Yeah.
and having people not like me, that it was freeing. Like I was like good
Yeah.
with it, you know? It made it much more fun instead of like
You were, I'll never forget when you came back. I was very excited and I was in the probably
Yeah,
moment
sure,
when you came back
sure.
because I was in the thick of it. But you had this air about you that like you could tell, like you'd been gone, you'd grown.
yes.
You grown ass woman, you're coming
Yep.
into this. You got what it was. You weren't in the mix of like the gossip. and
Sure.
like I could just tell you mentally, like you were in a different place.
For
and
sure.
You came in that bitch and you were like, let's go, time to work. Let's have a good time too.
Yep.
But like we're doing it. What was your experience like with like management
Yeah.
and like creative? Like I would think even Marie's coming back, maybe she had a sit down talk with Vince or whoever at the time and
Yeah.
she has control of her creative. Like tell us what that was like.
That's originally how it was the get down was gonna be. I went to Connecticut and I had to sit down with Vince.
You did?
And I did. And he,
Did they call you or you called them?
you know what? I can't remember exactly how it went down, but I
Okay.
always stayed in touch.
Okay.
Like I think that it's really important unless something like crazy catastrophic happens.
Yeah.
But I tried to, and I think I owe a lot to it, to like my 12-step program, is like I try not to have to make amends to anybody, and try to not burn any bridges, and just like, of course there's going to be times where you don't see eye to eye with individuals, but there's no need to like act out all like emotionally.
I'm the same way.
And business is business. And so even though there's so many things within WWE that I'm thinking like, what? You know?
Yeah.
But I also am not dumb, and I feel like I'm a businesswoman, and the global impact that you can have if you are on that platform, you should ride it. So I did have a conversation with Vince, and it was the story and trajectory of me coming back was going to look a certain way, which it kind of little bit was like that, where Piper was going. I was just supposed to be a mouthpiece, period. You know, that's
perfect.
it.
Which, by the way,
perfect.
Say
I was like
less.
amazing, because then like
Yeah.
at some point in time I would end up getting my shit like beat up, you know.
Right.
But not for a minute, because
Yeah.
I would just, and then
Build
it
and
also
build and
was
build.
Piper, because she's a stud, and also she can wrestle, she could get down, and be my muscle. So that was kind of how it was supposed to go.
Sure.
But then it got switched on a dime, and I wrestled way more than ever that I was supposed to. I wrestled more in that little like snippet than I even thought that was gonna
How
happen. I
did
mean,
you
I had a
feel?
SummerSlam match, and it was like on
Yeah.
a whim, and I'm like, huh?
How did you feel wrestling that time around though? Because I don't.
What's weird is I still like, I went back to the Performance Center to like get me ready to come back, just to make sure that I was in shape and everything, and I had a great training sessions with like Norman and the girls that
Yeah.
were down there.
Of course.
Had a good time, and I felt like comfortable in the ring, but obviously not comfortable enough to do like even 8-10 minute matches because my skill set is not, let's be honest, you know, like I'm very self-aware that like
Sure.
I can do some basic things and let's get those like have massive fluid so that I don't look like I'm botching spots out there.
Yes, let's perfect the basics.
Yes,
have what we need
completely,
in the arsenal.
100%, and that where like anybody that I'm facing isn't like, oh God, we got to carry this broad, you know, which ultimately anybody that I face had to carry me no matter what, because that's just kind of the nature of the beast. Whoever is more seasoned is going to be the one that leads.
Which is fine.
Yeah, but I wanted to be able to take the lead. You know, where it's like, bro, I don't know how to dance, so you gotta guide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a little bit different. So when I got back, it just creative, and it's tough. I mean, you know, it's difficult. They make it a little bit more difficult than you would think that it should be.
Yes.
You know,
they'll write something and you will get word of it, maybe through a writer, maybe through Vince directly if you're lucky, and you'll be like, cool, I'm going in this direction, we're going here. And then you'll get to TVs that day, and they'll say there might be a change, and then there is a change, and then it changes back, and then it switches to the original plan, and then everything gets scrapped.
Yep.
And that's like the name of the game.
It is. And then on top of that, even my first night coming back, I'm thinking things are going one way, and then when I get there, completely changed, and I was like, wait, what? And so then I'm waiting to talk to Vince because that's who I talk to for my storyline, for my comeback.
You guys have rapport, like
exactly,
you were copacetic.
And like we had already had our like chat. He was not he wasn't there. So like he didn't get there until literally like
before doors.
Like I think doors were opening already.
Yeah.
So then to get FaceTime with him at that time.
Impossible.
Is like damn near impossible. Right. It's like going into Fort Knox for Pete's sake. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's trying to get his ear too.
And that line outside his office when everyone's just
it's like
fighting
horrible.
For 2
it's
minutes.
horrible.
Yeah,
like that's what I don't like about it because it's like this is a program that is year round. So you would think if you're a fan, thing is like scheduled out. You have everything. You would think, but they have no idea that certain storylines and even matches. Get flipped on a dime right before you're even supposed to go out of Gorilla.
Or while you're in there.
Yes. And that's what's crazy. And that's why I think superstars in general, everybody that's on the roster, everybody that's in NXT, they don't get enough credit for being like the baddest athletes on the planet. I mean, yeah, you have your UFC and those guys and NFL and MLB, but they don't travel or have to perform and be impromptu as well. Because it's like, yeah, when you're in the MLB or NFL, it's like you're playing with your team. You have your set plays. You have your opponent for the week. That's what you're gearing up for. That's what you're prepping for. In WWE, you have your character that you have to perform, but you're also like figuring out your travel, figuring out your costumes. What are you gonna wear? Figuring out what storyline. Also, let's see, maybe you got a promo tonight. So now you got to actually like rehearse, figure out, memorize your promo, then go over your match. Then on top of that, oh, we're not doing that at all before you go, and it's literally you're about to go out like your music's about to hit, and now you have to scrap like you had a 10-minute match, now we're dropping to 5. So now you have to be able to fucking flip on a dime, like, okay, what are we cutting out so we can get to the juice and the crux of like the actual meat of this storyline, and you have to be able to do that, or else you are not getting paid, because if you're not on TV, you're not making nearly as much money as everybody else.
Facts.
It's
Doggy dog.
insane. And I think what most people don't know, and I don't even know if, like, all of that happens on the day.
On the day.
On Monday.
Yeah. It's not like a
You're not a week in
thing.
advance memorizing a promo.
No, you know.
Wait, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Would you go back?
I mean, always. I always keep the door open just because I'd be silly not to, you know? And I love performing. There's nothing like it. If you want to talk about drugs and alcohol, that's the biggest high. And you see it too in superstars, like they can't let it go. Sometimes it's like, hey, you should retire. But like you can't find that high anywhere else because
it's not replaceable.
It's not, because
100%.
like the WWE universe is the best fan base. They're crazier than ever, but they're loyal too. And so to be able to walk out into 100,000 like people arena, where are you gonna get that?
Yeah,
you know,
it's like no other.
It's no other.
It really is. What are you doing right now? I want to talk about your recovery center a little bit because I think it's badass, and I think everything that you're doing is. How long have you been sober? Can I ask you that?
Yeah, of course. 12 and a half years. My sobriety date's March 24th of 2013. So I was actually 5 weeks out of rehab before I got WWE.
Wow.
Shut up. 5 weeks fresh out of rehab.
Yep.
Had it been your first time in rehab?
No. First time in rehab, but not my first time with sobriety. So I got sober when I turned 23, and I had 3 years of sobriety, and then I thought, like, I was young, I got this, I don't need to work a program. And then it just, like, you hear these stories all the time of individuals thinking that they can, like, you know, take their will back. And sure enough, I was out running and gunning like I never had stopped, and
was
it
it alcohol?
pretty dark.
Was it drugs?
Both.
All the above.
All the above. I
Uppers?
go big. When I go big, I go big.
You go big.
Yeah.
Was it like uppers, downers?
I'm an upper kind of gal.
Upper.
Yeah, cocaine was my, like, love.
So you were just running high all the time.
Running.
Nonstop. And what was the turning point? What was the moment where you were like, I'm gonna die if I don't stop?
I think there were so many things, is like, you know, looking back, and I think the true, like, turn for me was as soon as I tore my ligaments in my ankle, and my soccer career was, like, really over. But also my soccer career wasn't over because of that. My soccer career was over because of my self-belief, and then also my NCAA clock ran out. But that's all because of self-belief and doubt.
Wait, how did you figure that out? Where did you come to that?
In
your healing and your growth? Because that's, like, a very retrospective, like, understanding of what happened. It's very relatable.
Yeah, I think it's from
you get there?
working the program and like working my steps and stuff. It really, like, when did it really ignite, like, my addiction? I think it's always been in me. I've come from, like, I never got to meet my grandfather because he died from cirrhosis of the liver, so it runs heavy on my dad's side. And I'm Mexican Italian, so we drink good, bad, or indifferent, doesn't matter.
Breakfast,
Celebrate, funeral, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it's in my genes as well. But I really think for me, when it, like, popped off was, and I grew up the only girl in my family, so as soon as I left my parents' house, and, like, I was like, oh, no curfew, what?
Right.
I could do it, you know. Things just got out of control. And then so that's why I think sports are so beautiful, because when you're a kid, it teaches you so many things. It teaches you how to be a teammate. It teaches you how to win. It teaches you how to lose. Because I remember being a kid and my dad saying, like, there's nothing worse than seeing a sore loser. You know, you keep your head up high. If you want to beat yourself up, I would do that at home behind closed doors. No one else's fault. Like, always hold your head up high and keep like a
composure.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
I like that.
And also it gives you, it forms this drive and this competitiveness within you playing a team sport, you know, and being able to pick others up, or when you're, like, being able to lean on one another. I just really enjoy, like, what team sports do. And so when I stopped playing, I didn't know who I was. That was my everything. I literally lived to be on the field.
It's a weird thing, right? So I was a lifelong athlete too, and it's weird when college is over or ball is over, you're now, like, an adult, and like adult females, the percentage that play sports is so small.
Totally.
The opportunities are so limited still. So it's like you're in this weird phase of, like, where do I get that from now?
Right.
Yeah. What do I do?
For sure.
Does bodybuilding suffice? Does working out suffice? Like, but no, like, maybe. But then you find WWE, which now I'm seeing in your story, like, how that was good for you.
Oh, for sure.
It was like, wait, I have another opportunity to be an adult athlete and to compete at that level.
For sure. It gives you a sense of purpose. I felt like I had no real purpose anymore, because it was like I was not needing to train, or not needing to check in anywhere, or not needing to their game days or anything. There's always something to look forward to.
100%.
So then when all of that is removed, I'm stuck with just me, myself, and I. And I all of a sudden was like, oh, I do not know who I am. I don't like who I am. And then I obviously started to drink and use. And I think that sometimes that's why it's, like, so scary, because if you think that you might have a problem, once you kind of ignite that in your brain, it's on to
then
the
you
race.
have a problem.
It's, like, off to the races.
It's like
very
the
difficult.
acknowledgement of it is what fucks you up.
Sure.
So you have a recovery center where?
In Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach, California. So fucking cool. And what is it like? Explain the program. Explain what you're doing that you feel might be different or helpful, or what you love most about it.
So it's weird, because I do believe, like, now, because the recovery center has been open for 7 months. It's NEM Recovery Centers in Laguna Beach. When I came out here, I originally just came on the Hopeaholics, which I want you guys on our podcast, the Hopeaholics podcast.
Yes,
totally.
I came out in July 27th of 2023 just to do the podcast, because it was a the owner, Chad, he had lost his son to the fentanyl epidemic. He, bought a Percocet off the streets and then took it, and it was one pill, and he died. He didn't wake up, and his daughter actually found him. So, totally tragedy, but he'd been in the recovery business and owning treatment centers for 23 years. No. So he started this podcast.
Oh my
and
God.
just to bring awareness and talk about it, and for people that either are struggling with addiction or people that have lost loved ones, or even people that are have spouses, siblings are struggling with the disease. It's very hard to comprehend because like even for my family, now so much like they kind of understand it a little bit, but my mom's a normie, so she's like,
I love that.
so she's like, it's difficult for a normal person to understand if you drink this or if you continue to do this drug and your life is starting to crumble.
Right.
Why can't you stop? What's wrong with you?
Addiction. Yeah.
It's like you're weak or you're like, you don't love me, or because people that have kids can't stop too. So it's like, it's much more than that. Than I feel so much compassion towards people that love somebody that with the addiction, because it's very difficult to watch someone like fuck their lives off and essentially almost kill themselves. So I came out to do the podcast in 2023, and without any idea of what my life was about to unfold. And so we hit it off. I hit it off with Chad. And we started talking a little bit about business. And then I wrote down in my journal when I got out of treatment, God, if you could, in some capacity, give me a team that could make this happen, I would love to work in the recovery space. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what I would do, but that would be a dream of mine because I didn't have the best experience in treatment. But I wasn't ready. I was failing my drug test in treatment. So it had nothing to do with the treatment center. It was me.
You were ready.
Individuals have to be willing and ready before there can be any growth or any type of sobriety whatsoever. I truly believe that. And then 10 years later, I walk into the Infinity Group's office where the podcast is and meet the team. And then all of a sudden, a month later, I flew back out signing papers and I partnered with them and then joined the podcast.
Shut up. Isn't it weird? We were talking about this on a previous episode. Is like when life aligns itself, when you're in a state of flow with your life, everything just congruently comes together.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's my next move. Yeah.
Right.
It's like sometimes I feel like we fight with such
Sure.
friction. Like, gotta make this happen. It's
Sure.
like not meant to be.
For sure.
But when you find your thing, it's fucking just there.
Well, then I started going even more deep because then I was living in Texas at the time, because when I went back to WWE in 2021 is when like the pandemic and everything in Cali was crazy.
Right.
So my childhood best friend lives in Texas and had been wanting me to come out there. So I bought a house obviously in Texas, because when you're on the road, being central is way more beneficial for just your body,
100%.
time, all
West
the
Coast
things.
on the road sucks.
It's horrible.
Well, because everything is in the Northeast.
Yeah, it's
not
just-
Northeast, but like East, right?
More
Predominantly, yeah.
than the West Coast.
Like big time. And so you lose so many hours. And I remember like my initial first run, it was like, damn, this is like really, really brutal. So I had already like bought a home in Texas.
And no state tax.
Shout Come back out to Cali, partner up. But then after I like signed papers and really started to go all in with Chad and the Infinity Group, I was like, damn, you know what? WWE was just always a setup for my life, because I came out publicly with my sobriety journey on season 1 of Total Divas. And the only reason I did that, because I lived a double life for so long, because I was like ashamed of my 12-step recovery program and people thinking that it was like a form of weakness in me, that I just didn't want that part of my life to be known. And I remember specifically like making a choice to go ahead and publicly come out on the reality show, just because it is a reality show. We are in a locker room and they love drama. And the last thing I wanted to do was walk into the locker room and then have like Nikki or Bree holding up my mugshot and being like, Eva Marie, like, tell us about this, like, what's going on? Instead, I just hit my stories head on, like, and I gained so much power from that, because I think it's important for all of us. There is no shame of our past, and like, if you own your story, who's gonna check you? I've already said all my stuff. I've already admitted all of my transgressions. I've already admitted all of my faults. So, like, how are you going to use that against me? I've already done it. So I always refer to like the movie 8 Mile when Eminem at the very end at the rap
Love
battle.
it.
He raps all the things that the guy's gonna say about him. You know, him being like from the trailer park, him all this stuff, and then what happens? The guy had nothing to say.
Beat him to the punch.
Beat him to the punch. So
Own
it's
your
like if
shit,
I own
yeah.
my own story and all my faults, which I have many, then no one can really use that against me, and I'm good with that, you know. So that's kind of like what my intentions were, and I'm really glad that I did, because without me really knowing what it was doing, not only for me like internally at the time, but now is like, wow, God gave me a platform to set me up for 12 years later to do what I'm doing now.
100%.
Do you feel like you had this like shift, right? And you're like, now your life is in alignment. Do you feel like, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but do you feel like that kind of catapulted your life into almost like the next phase with regards to like moving back, divorce, like changing your life? Like, do you feel like this feels like alignment now?
I think so. I think that's like sometimes it's really weird, because you would think like I would have some type of uncertainty because my home was in Texas, and then all of a sudden now I'm back in California. All of a sudden I filed for divorce. So you would think that like I would be, if you look at my personal life, it's like quite chaotic, but yet
It feels
I'm the most peaceful I've ever been. So I think sometimes in life, you know, things happen, but ultimately I'm stuck with myself, so I have to make sure that like I'm good with all those decisions. And so even before I filed for divorce, I said I didn't tell a soul. The only people that I talked to, and this was after I sat with it for quite some time, were my parents, because my parents are like the only ones that I really truly am like care what they think, and I worry about their opinion. So they were the ones that I spoke to about. But other than that, because you know what, I think that sometimes when we ask like, and there's going to be times that you have your spouse or maybe a best friend or somebody that's a mentor of some degree, but people think that they have the best intentions for you and think that they know, but what it really does is start clouding your own thoughts. And then making you second guess certain things, or like their opinions about, maybe say, speaking of my divorce, their personal opinions about my spouse or things of that nature. So then it starts to then all of a sudden weigh you down a little bit with like what you should or shouldn't do. So it's like I've
never heard anyone say that. That's so true in terms of divorce. Like normally when you're going through divorce, you have your support system and your friends, and you
can't be unbiased.
You can't. It's impossible,
can't be.
Because you're gonna be like, if your friend loves you, they're ultimately, regardless of certain situations, maybe depending on, hopefully, if they have, you know, as best of an unbiased opinion, they're going to want to say, oh, fuck them, or you should, or regardless if they mean it or not, you know, it makes things a little bit more difficult. And then, for instance, too, say you didn't really want to get a divorce. Then now you expect your friend or mentor or someone to accept that person back in without having any type of like feeling or you know? It's like, I know how I am, and if somebody came to me and told me something a little bit negative about an individual that they were saying or how they treated them or whatever it was, I would feel a certain type of way without 100%. Meaning to. You know, because I love my friend.
It's human behavior.
It's difficult.
But it's smart to kind of, you know, if you feel strong in your path and you're not in a dangerous situation, or it's abusive.
Of course, yes.
But if everything's copacetic and you're just trying to like weigh the pros and cons and figure out your life, sometimes you have to look within and be like, what do I really actually want?
Definitely.
Fuck perception, fuck perspective. Like, what am I feeling?
For sure.
Kind of sit with that. No, I like that. You're gonna kill me, but we're gonna get a little silly because so we had Soraya on the other day.
Oh yes.
And we fucked her up with sour candy. What's up, guys? We hope you're enjoying this episode of Unwrapped. But if you feel like you need a little bit more,
you guys can head over to our Passes account where we're bringing you all of the behind the scenes,
exclusive content,
and bonus episodes of Unwrapped.
We'll see you there. Okay, so we designed this segment specifically for you because I've never met a person in my life who has made a color so iconic.
Yeah.
Why haven't I gotten sponsored by a hair coloring
Yeah, what the
brand,
fuck?
Oh my
right?
God, you need to get on
Right?
Shout out
Ava?
Revlon.
Tell 'em.
Something.
Or Redcon
L'Oreal.
or L'Oreal.
Something. Holler
What
at
the
your girl.
hell? All right, well, you heard us. We're going to
Yes.
tag you in this, and you're going to get your shit together. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you made the color red iconic. Now the color pink arguably is equally as
Yeah,
iconic. So we made a little game.
Okay.
We are going to blindfold you. I will do
Okay.
it gently because I know
Okay.
your makeup looks so beautiful. But we're going to blindfold you, and we're going to feed you various red food items.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And if you get any wrong, you have to make a prank phone call of our choosing.
Oh, snap. Okay, I'm game. I'm game.
I was like staring at your makeup and I was like, oh, this is fucked up. She looks so perfect. But this is clean. I'll do it
Okay.
gentle. Okay, everything's fine.
Mhm.
All right, babe, you can get the stuff now.
I'm going to take out my gum.
You chilling? Yeah, take out your gum. I'll give you some.
Yeah, here.
Oh.
It's all nice.
Okay.
Place your gum in the
Oh,
napkin.
thank you.
Got you. I got you.
All right.
I'm scared.
You should be.
Oh, no.
Wait,
Are you guys going to
I'm
feed
gonna-
me like some nasty ass shit?
Most of the things you can, I'm so sorry to do this to you. Most of the things.
You're not.
You gotta
Most
put
of
it
the
in her hand.
No, I'm not sorry at all. Most
Okay.
of the things I can put in your hand, one I have to feed you. So
Okay.
just be prepared. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm
Play,
ready.
music, Brett. That'll be done in post. So.
Okay.
All right. Put your hand out. Item number 1.
Okay.
These are all.
Do I get to feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can feel. They're all reddish food items.
Oh, I already know what
You
this
have any
is gonna-
allergies?
Okay.
Okay.
I already know what this is going to be. They're all items that are red?
Reddish. Yeah. Red.
This is going to be a Dorito chip.
God damn it. I was like annoyed planning this segment for you because I knew you're like super like common sense smart. So I was like, she's not going to be a good one, you know? All right, hand out. Okay.
Oh, wait.
If you get them all right, I have to make the prank phone call, by the way.
Oh, this is like the ocean spray, like raisin or
Yeah.
something.
God damn it. Even the brand, too.
Yeah.
Hand out.
This one might get me.
Oh.
Oh, this is a berry. Or like a, I know what it is. It's a raspberry.
Yeah.
If you got that wrong, I was going to
I was like, well, that's the one that's gonna get you?
Babe. Okay.
Oh, I know what this is. It's going to be red grape.
Yeah, red grape.
Okay.
Daria's looking at me like, what? That's purple.
My prank phone call for me is so terrible today, so I really hope
I'm
hope you
we're leaning
lose.
towards that.
I hope you lose. God damn it.
I mean, this tastes like a Cheerio.
Fruit Loop,
Well, you're
bro.
close. She's close.
No, she doesn't get that.
She would have gotten there
She's a
eventually,
loser.
I think.
No.
I think so.
Ah.
It has the same texture as a
Hand
Cheerio.
down, bro. Oh God. Okay. Sorry. A little slimy.
Oh,
Throw them back. With those long ass nails. God
I know. Oh, I know what this is. Pomegranate.
damn it. Fuck. Fucker. Brett, why is she so smart?
These are really good ones, though.
Brett, would you get all of these?
No.
What is this? Can I put it all in my mouth?
Yeah, go ahead.
Whole thing
At your
on
own
top?
risk.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Put it in my mouth.
Oh, Pop-Tart.
What flavor?
Cherry.
God damn it! All right, we have one more. But I'll let you finish chewing because this one you're going to need all your taste
Oh,
buds for.
fuck. You guys, I have to say, I'm pretty fucking impressed with myself.
I hate
That was
you for
good.
this.
Yeah, you did really good.
I hate smart people on the podcast. It just makes it so much harder. All right. Please open your
Oh,
mouth.
you have to feed me, huh?
Yeah, it's coming in. Choo choo.
Wait, is my Pop-Tart gonna fuck this up?
All right, finish.
No.
Finish your.
Do I need to swish with water?
You can do a little swish. Here's your water.
Let's clean the palate.
I'll take your.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Ew. Oh no, it's like hot sauce.
No.
No, I know what this is. It's ragu. Spaghetti sauce.
Is it spaghetti
It's
or pizza?
Pizza sauce.
Well, no, that
It's
is not
spaghetti sauce.
No, bro.
I mean, it's kind of the
sauce.
same
It's
thing.
the same thing. It's like the same marinara.
So we
Yeah,
all
yeah,
agree.
marinara
We
sauce.
agree she lost.
I fucking killed that shit.
I'll make you a deal. We'll both do one. Because I love prank phone calls.
I have to say, I killed that.
I see on your social media that you do these Costco hauls.
Oh, yeah.
For the recovery center, right, with your boys.
Yeah.
And you're always filming being
Yeah.
at Costco.
Uh-huh.
So here's your prank phone call. You have to call one of your boys that you do your hauls with, and you have to say, "Listen, I'm busy right now, but I need you to go stand in line at Costco because I heard they're releasing a limited edition red toilet paper."
My wife comes up with these. I don't know.
He'll be like, fuck all the way off.
You have to make him believe
Wait, but
it.
did I win?
Yeah, I don't think you did. You said Cheerio. It was a Fruit Loop.
Okay.
Bring it out. Bring him out. Bring him out. What's he gonna say? Do you have a prediction?
I bet you he won't answer.
Damn it.
Oh, that should be off the hook.
No, don't worry. I'll have another one ready. Back pocket.
Okay.
The next one's gonna be WWE related.
I wish I could warn this motherfucker.
Why?
She's like,
God
let me
knows.
just text him
I
real
know,
quick.
I wanted to, but then I was like, no, that's not fair. Okay.
No, bro, live a little.
I can tell him I'm on the podcast, though, right?
Speaker.
I can tell him I'm on the podcast, right?
Why you a pussy?
I don't even pussy.
Don't be a little bitch.
This is Chad.
I don't want to notify the parents. Hello?
Chad.
Yes.
Okay. I'm on the podcast right now, so don't be saying anything crazy, but I need you to do something like instantly. Will you go to Costco, stand in line because they're just releasing a limited edition red toilet paper?
What?
Yeah. Costco is gotta have it. Red toilet paper, limited edition at Costco.
What
Can you
kind
get-
of podcast is this that you're on?
Can you get 10 rolls?
No.
What?
You're tripping.
I said you were my partner in crime and you would do anything for me. Damn, like that? Alive? You just said no after I just talked your ass up?
Here's the thing that your partner in crime knows is that you literally, I knew you were fucking with me.
How'd you know that?
I don't know. I just know she could have came up with anything other than the red toilet paper.
That was us.
Yes.
I'd have literally been there. Like I'd have been there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I actually almost thought I was gonna say, yeah, I've got to go pick up some meat, so I'll grab the toilet paper while I'm there.
Oh,
See?
what a ride or die.
Ride or die, I told you.
Chad, we love you.
Yeah, love you.
Shout out
Okay.
to Chaddick. Okay, thank you.
Chad.
I'll be in very soon.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Sounds good. Bye.
Damn.
Not your business partner, who's definitely like.
That's
dumb.
my business partner.
I know.
Yeah.
He's definitely the fuck. He's gonna think you're crazy.
He already knows. Wait, how often are you guys in town? Because I want you guys to come out to Orange County.
Oh my god, no, I want to hang out. I love Orange County more than I like LA.
LA is crazy.
LA is fucking crazy. I've been telling her all the time I love Orange County.
Yeah.
You know Bobby Shabinsky? Do you know Bobby?
Oh my God, yeah.
Blackcraft. Like,
Yes.
clothes. I used to hang out with him all the time, and he lived in Laguna.
Yes.
Or, yeah, around that area.
he used baby daddy for
Rosa.
Yes.
Yes. So that's how I got to. I never
Yeah.
hung out down there unless
Yeah.
I'd like go hang out with him and we'd talk shop. But I love it down there. You guys have the Mastros, right?
Yep.
In that complex.
Yep.
Cool shit.
Yeah.
We got to go down there. We come like every 2-3 months. We come out.
Next time you guys come out, I want you guys to come
Let's
down
do it.
and be
I
on the
wanna see
podcast.
all your
Absolutely.
shit. Yeah, I want to see like your shit.
Yeah.
Recovery center. all
Wait,
that
I have another question, and I don't
boy.
even know if we
Lay it
keep
on
this in or whatever. You went from having all the animals in the farm
Yeah.
and like animals that need you as soon as
Sure.
you wake up, to like now living out here,
Yes.
like carefree. Do you miss it?
I do.
Or do you love it?
No, I do. I think that's where my
I
biggest
told you.
pull is trying to trust God, because I feel like you work so hard to get the house or get the spot or get, those types of things. And I finally felt like I got the place. And then now to not have the place and right now, I'm in an apartment right now just for the time being until initially to figure out what I was doing, you know? So I miss that. And plus, there's nothing like having your own space, you know? And I always wanted property.
Yeah.
So not having that is an internal struggle. But then at the same time, it also is I have everything and more than I need.
That's amazing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toni asked you that, self-serving, because we have all the things.
Okay.
That she always wanted, you know, and the chickens and the kids and the things. And sometimes I think you dream of a life of like simplicity.
Like, oh, I wish I could go live in LA in an apartment.
Like a little apartment.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that fascinating?
She also you had kids at 19. So I think it's also like a little bit of like
Sure.
wanting to, you know.
Right, because now I really don't have the responsibility of like, oh, I gotta feed the cows. Oh, I gotta like make sure the kitchen, and like when
Simplicity.
you do have property, like I'm doing like the yard work and weed eating. That's how I found out I'm deathly allergic to red ants. I went into anaphylactic shock. I carry it now. Swear to God.
They were just like crawling up you?
Yeah, I stepped on like I was in Narnia or something, and I was standing on an active hill, and then I looked down and I was like, oh damn, and then went into anaphylactic.
Narnia? Is that a real place?
Oh
no,
yeah.
like in her mind,
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's over here like, oh, that's where you were? Where's this?
I didn't know Narnia actually existed. I was like, where? Fascinating.
It's like God's special place.
Got it. Yeah.
Daydreaming.
I need to reread the Bible.
There you go.
I will do that after this episode.
I don't know if that's
comes
going to be
out.
the
So you're
I will
right.
do
So you're
that.
right. So I don't have those types of responsibilities. But what's fascinating about your comment, it like checks me, because it's, as humans, you always want what you do. Like,
What you can't have.
yeah, but you can have it. You could live out here. You could have an apartment.
What you
but
don't
it's like
have.
once you're in that apartment, you're gonna miss what you have. So it's like it's just another.
never win.
Never.
Facts.
So
Yeah.
I'm like glad that you asked me that question, because it's a constant reminder of like, be good where your feet are.
Yeah.
You know, be content with where you're at.
100%. You have been spitting some wisdom.
Yeah, you're so
Real-
wise.
very
Have you ever
wise.
done ayahuasca?
I have not.
She would hate it.
You think? I've heard of many beautiful things about it, especially for people that struggle with like
Fucking
addiction too.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for that, yeah. Here's my thing on ayahuasca. If you go into doing it without any trauma, or like,
Sure.
you'll leave with some. If you go in with some trauma,
Shit. So you get first.
You can't take her advice on.
So you went in not having trauma, and now you have trauma from
yeah,
it.
I mean, I went in pretty like a happy-go-lucky person. I'm good. Like I got my shit unlocked
Yeah,
for the moment.
sure.
And you know, I went because my wife
Yeah.
has beautiful experience,
Sure.
and she was seeking something. I
Yeah.
wasn't seeking nobody.
Yeah.
And I went and I high off my ass sitting on my eyebrow for 12 hours because I was in purgatory down there. It fucked me up.
Did it?
Yeah, because that bitch was
Not
like,
really. She's being so
No,
dramatic.
I'm not. I'm being very literal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
Do you
what.
think it helped your life?
Sure, temporarily I had some good luck when I came back. I was probably more in touch and more in tune and more
Sure.
grounded, all the things that I'm not.
Yes.
Naturally not.
Sure.
But yes, it was great. But the part where very type A personality, very
Yep.
control freak. I
Yep.
know you are as well. And so we've talked about this. So when you go to do a hallucinogen
Sure.
as strong as ayahuasca,
Yeah.
there is a serious conscious effort you have to make to let go and let it take
Sure.
you. If you don't, you just get fucked up. Because you're in this purgatory of like,
Yeah.
no, bitch, I'm not fucking flying
Right.
to the moon tonight.
Right.
That's weird.
Right.
And it's going, yeah, the fuck you are. And you're going, no, the fuck I'm not. And it's like, we're going to rip you wide open, metaphorically naked in the woods.
Sure.
Like, and you're going, no, I have my shit buttoned up. And so that's the fight.
That is difficult. I mean, I've heard both
But it does
sides.
great things. It
I've heard
does.
amazing things. Obviously, I've heard it's very important to go with people and shamans and things that are actually legit and know what they're doing, and not
Yes.
that you're just out here for a wild ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see that for sure.
You don't want a wild ride with the ayahuasca.
No. No.
It's not like Burning Man.
Yeah, no. We
Yeah.
went, and Rhythmia, the place she goes often, and I've gone once, is top notch.
Yeah.
I mean, the people, shaman, it's like it's a beautiful resort.
Yeah.
Where you do ayahuasca 4 nights in a row. It's a whole immersive
Sure.
experience.
Yeah.
But we do know quite a few people who, actually, a guy that's coming on soon, he was at Passages in Malibu.
Okay.
And struggled for years and
Yep.
years, and ayahuasca was the thing.
Actually, the medical director at Rhythmia was the medical director of
At
Passages.
Passages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Jeff. Yeah, so there's a lot of synchronicities, I feel like,
Sure.
in the addiction world, and ayahuasca being used.
For sure. And like Ibogaine, I think, is another
That's
one.
a big one.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in there's no one way for anybody to heal in any capacity. It's like every single person has to go on their own journey in their own way. Like it would be silly for one person to say this is the way. Like even in sobriety,
Right.
I would be a fool to sit here and say like. Anybody out there that's struggling must do what I do to maintain your sobriety. That's just absolutely ludicrous.
Right.
Because everybody's brains and everybody how they are able to consume something or even like get in touch with whatever higher power or to unlock anything that happens is very, very different. You know? And so it's like sometimes some people need to go on a holistic journey to unlock or let go in a more kind of grandiose way, like ayahuasca or something like that, or people go on meditation retreats for like 2 weeks and they don't speak. Like there's so many things out there that you can do to, I always think as long as you're being like healthy and doing something that's serving to yourself to make you a better human and to feel good in your skin, because dude, we're stuck with ourselves 24/7. And if I don't like the person that I'm inside my body, who I'm walking around with, that is an insane place to be. And like I'm not a joy to anybody. I don't offer not only to myself, but like encountered with relationships or encountering people or going to the grocery store or just being a joyful human.
Yeah,
you know.
100%.
Actually, not to relate this back to ayahuasca, it has nothing to do with that. But the first time there, when you drink it, when you get the first cup, you sit in silence in a room on a mattress. You just sit there for like 2 hours. Yeah. In just silence, you just sit and wait for it to like kick in or whatever. And my very first night when I like heard that, I like had all this anxiety, and I said to like the older wiser woman next to me, I was like, we have to sit here in silence and just sit and wait. And she was like, if you're so worried about sitting there with yourself for 2 hours, you have much deeper problems than you ever thought. And I was like, and that has always stayed with me. Like
that's the wisdom, like, and that's
right there.
That's it, and that's why
that's exactly what you just said.
That's the kind of stuff I took away when I came back from Rhythmia. It's like it's the whole approach and it's the mindset
for sure
of like slowing the fuck down, being with yourself, not
always relying on that quick dopamine.
For sure,
similar to what
100%. You're looking for the mind, like the shift, the state of mind. So it's like you pick up, you use, you want to consume something. It's like it goes into every form of things that we do, especially now with like how quickly our culture has adapted in a positive or negative. Like look at social media. Social media is a dopamine hit.
It's addictive.
It is, and I can take myself. I'm a 41-year-old woman, and I can go down if I'm feeling bad about myself. I can make myself feel a lot worse if I go and start like scrolling on Insta, you know. And I'm cognizant of that, and I know that is what I'm doing. What about the 16-year-old that their brain's not even like fully
We talk about
developed,
that all the time.
Yeah,
it's so
we
bad.
don't deal with it because we got the kids in the house.
We have them on screen time to get an hour a day.
It's tough.
Yeah,
I feel
bad.
bad
Right now
for
they got it all taken away. They have nothing anymore.
Yeah.
She has no TikTok,
they
nothing.
got social media taken away, yeah.
You like want to give it to them because they're so bad.
Of
like
course.
Everyone at school has it. I'm the only one that does it, and you like know it's so harmful, and then you give it, and then you see the repercussions, and now we're like, all right, now it's gone.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, it's just so dangerous. It's a slippery slope. Their lobes aren't fully formed.
They're not even literally developed. Your brain is not even fully developed until you're 25 years old.
And it's this comparison syndrome of like, and it's the biggest thing I always say this, like it's creating indecisiveness in
for
people.
Sure. Doubt.
Exactly. Because you're going, oh, okay, mansion, and what does she do? TikToks. I want a TikTok.
Yep.
Oh no, but she's a lawyer. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, she's a realtor. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, she sits at home. Like, and then in fucking 5 minutes of scrolling, now if we feel like that as adults, imagine to your point, what's a 14-year-old feeling?
And we know this. We have the knowledge of like the power of what it can do to you. And on the grand scheme of things, obviously there's like, it's a beautiful tool. You're able to do all of things, research and all the benefits. But from like what I see from the youth standpoint, it's like, look at, you have 3 grown women that can totally take themselves right down the rabbit hole themselves, knowing that and knowing what they're doing, but still yet to choose to do that to make themselves feel real miserable. Yeah. But a 16-year-old doesn't even have the capacity to really understand that's what's happening to them. 100%. They just feel terrible, and now they're depressed, and now they think that they're less than, lack thereof, and do not like themselves.
Yeah.
No, it's fucked.
At what point this might be a derail a little bit, but at what point do you feel like somebody doing something turns into it? Like, it's okay to be doing in your regular life, and then becomes an addiction, like, and becomes a problem.
What do you mean, like?
Because it could be anything, right?
Sure.
Like,
I think you mean like
drinking too much coffee.
Right.
Sure,
like,
sure,
that's
sure.
a weird addiction. Like, I can't do anything until I've had it.
Sure.
Like, at what point does it become an addiction?
Like, are there
social media
signs
is
that you pick
fine,
up
but-
on where it's like you're towing that line of moderately doing
Sure.
something and you can tell it's someone with an addictive trait?
I think that there's like many little scenarios that pop up for any person. If you're talking about like addiction in general, like substance abuse or
Right.
like alcohol, everyone's kind of gonna vary because I've seen different levels where like I'm the type where I wind up wrecking cars and being in jail. That's who I am. But I've also seen the 50-year-old housewife that is living the fucking dream on the goddamn hill and she's miserable. But what really is like the crux of it all is there is this like deep inner hole within each individual that struggles with that addiction that do not like themselves and like have either, and they could be a lot of times like as children, sometimes people suffer a lot of trauma that they either put off or don't address, and then they carry that and use that for their addiction, when it's like instead of being an adult and being like, okay, maybe this should not have happened to me, but what am I going to do about it now? But I see what patterns is like your life becomes unmanageable. Your behavior starts to lash out onto others. You usually lose a lot of things, meaning like spouses, relationships, children, jobs. Those are like the real big things that are clear as day. But ultimately what usually brings people to their knees is they want to kill themselves. So that's like the real crux too, is like even the housewife that's like the on the outside. And we do a good job. Look at social media. It's a highlight reel. It's a beautiful tool, but like I'm not going to post when I'm sitting in my bed like, oh my God, should I do this? I don't like myself today. I'm self-doubting and all the things, which obviously with the podcast and stuff, I'm very vocal with like life is ebbs and flows. I'm way better than I ever have been, but that doesn't mean that I didn't suffer like having those massive like self-talk, you know? That's why I think the mind is the biggest asset that we have. So if you master your mind, you master everything, because like you're talking, think about how many thoughts we have every day. Yeah. So many. So if you're letting the negative ones consume you, then you're going to just feel bad about yourself.
And they grow.
And
you
they
can
grow.
Let them grow. Yeah.
Right. And it's like the power of the tongue is life and death. Which one are you going to feed?
Yeah.
I want to speak good. I want to speak joyful. I want to speak good things. And like the hardest person to speak those about is myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like half the time we have no problem saying like, if you came to me and said, you know, I don't really feel good about myself today. I feel this, that, or the other. I would be like, what are you talking about, Toni? You're beautiful. You have a beautiful relationship. You have a beautiful life. Like you are, all the things that you're saying is like absolutely like such a lie. And you would have no problem telling that to me too.
Yeah.
But you telling yourself that is the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
Facts.
Which is like an insane thought, you know?
It's a crazy concept.
But it's a constant effort. So it's like if you don't use it, you lose it, just like the gym. If you don't go to the gym, you're obviously not going to have the muscle tone. Or if you eat like shit, you're not going to lose weight. It's the same thing with how we speak to ourselves and how we like every morning I have to get up and be like, okay, God, get in my head before I do. Because
I like that.
I love that.
Before I do.
Yeah, I love that.
Because it's like left to my own devices, I think I'm no good. I think I'm ugly. I think I'm fat. I think I'm worthless. I have a lot of self-doubt. I can't do this. I can't do that. But those are lies from the devil. And the devil likes to feed on our weakness.
Yeah.
Because it continues to grow. So then if you seek the word, like I choose the Bible, that's truth. God gives us the spirit of self-discipline, of love, of anything that is truth, not the opposite. So like when I have negative thoughts, I got to flip it on a dime being like, devil, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Stop lying to me. Not today.
I think I'm going to plant a seed because I believe in when I feel something or
Sure.
anything I should tell you. I think you should do TED Talks. If you don't already.
Oh my God.
Do you already?
I don't.
Okay. Do you do public speaking a lot?
I actually don't. I just never really.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I'm going to plant the seed in your
You're
universe.
very wise.
Oh my God,
it's something that's
It's not only it's
Wow.
wisdom. Oh my God, CJ's here. It's wisdom. It's genuinity that I think a lot of people would resonate with and relate to, and the way you deliver things, it's almost like I want to listen. Like I'm
wow.
like, yeah, you're right. Like it's motivating, it's inspiring, it's all of these things, and yeah, I don't even want to keep talking because I want to end it on that note because
I love that. It made my day.
the wisdom
Thank
you just dropped was so powerful, and I think so many people watching this episode are going to get a lot more out of it than what they thought coming into it.
Yeah.
And so I want to say you're a dear friend of mine, but
love
you're
you.
incredible. You're an incredible businesswoman, an incredible performer, and I think like the world truly is your oyster. And I can't wait to see what you do next. I'm going to put all your socials below. I'm going to tag NEM Recovery.
Yeah.
Let people know out there that if they need help, you're the girl. You got a place. You can come and get help. Thank you so much.
No, thank you both so
Yeah.
much. You
You're
made
the
my
best.
day. Filled me up today. Thank you.
Fill your cup.
That's right.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Unwrapped. My name is Daria. That is bar none one of my favorite episodes to date.
Yeah.
We will see you guys next time.
Yep. Thank you guys. We'll see you next Thursday for an all new episode of Unwrapped.
Every Thursday.